Hey there everybody, it's Russ from Let's Make Internets, and hopefully this is working, although I'm not seeing anything in the screen here. Why is this not working? Oh, it is working, okay. A little bit of a delay. So, this is just kind of a very rough test of the ATEM Mini Pro. This new piece of gear I added to help add some production value, and one of the things that really intrigued me about this device is that it can stream directly from it without utilizing the computer. So that's what I'm testing today. The settings I chose were to have it stream directly to YouTube. The second I hit the on-air button, which is this one, it initiated the stream and just automatically started the whole machine, which is pretty cool. One reason you would want to do this is because it takes the load off of your computer, and that's one of my primary motivations for picking up this piece of gear, just because my computer is not the fastest. It's a pretty old, well, not pretty old, but relatively old MacBook Pro, and whenever I do any kind of streaming on it, the fans go crazy. So I'll show you guys my computer screen right here. So I've got the ATEM software control software up, as well as the YouTube control panel, just so I can see if there are any comments and just monitor the live stream and see what's going on. So there's a fair amount of delay. And on camera 2 here, this is, of course, the ATEM Mini. You guys have probably been hearing tons about it. It is a pretty interesting device. It has some limitations, but it's also pretty powerful. Okay, so prior to initiating the stream, I did set up a couple things that I wanted to try out. One of the things I do on my primary channel is actually watercolor tutorials, if you can believe it. I do watercolors on the side, and it's a great gift for our channel supporters. So I was trying to figure out a way where I could set up kind of a picture-in-picture view here and stream it without having to use the computer. So I'll show you guys what I came up with so far. It's nothing like super fancy, but imagine that instead of a close-up of the ATEM Mini, this would be me drawing, as you can tell. And with this, I could include the photograph I'm working off of, which is kind of cool. So I have that set up as a downstream key. Typically, DSKs, downstream keys, are used for logos and what have you. But I just made a big image, or a small image rather, and made the background transparent so this can be overlaid for the watercolor tutorial I'm planning to do. Other things I added was a picture-in-picture. So this is kind of a custom upstream key. If you use just the regular picture-in-picture modes, they're really small. They're put in odd places on the camera. So this is a little bit more of a custom picture-in-picture, if you will. So with this, I can shut off the picture-in-picture. I have to go to, I'll show you what it looks like. I have to go to the software control to turn off the downstream key, which is overlaying the photo subject. So I would do that by hitting this button over here. That takes it off the air, puts it on the air. Again, got the picture here, hitting that same on-air, off-air button on the downstream key, and that toggles that image. Likewise, if I go to the ATEM Mini here and hit the upstream key and turn it on, not hit the four-corner picture-in-picture things because that'll mess it up, that'll bring in the custom upstream key kind of window I have put there. So pretty cool. Doubt anyone will pop up in chat, but this is more or less just a test for me. Again, I initiated this entire stream just from the ATEM Mini itself. No computer needed. I mean, I did set up, granted, I did set up the back end of the stream with a computer, and I'm using a computer to monitor the health of the YouTube back end. But the ATEM Mini itself is actually taking all the sources, encoding it, and putting it out to the internet, which I think is pretty cool. I can tell that it's doing that because typically when I'm doing a live stream of some sort, the computer fans turn on and it just starts to melt. But so far it's not doing that. The fan has not turned on. So with that, I'm pretty happy. Again, just playing with some of the things I got here. So let's turn this guy off. I'll show you guys the control panel once again. So this is the software, and to put on that, that picture source that I would paint off of during a watercolor tutorial, I just hit that. I can also fade it in like that, and then I can pop in a talking head like that. So instead of ATEM here, just imagine that it is me drawing. Interestingly, one thing you'll notice is the upstream key, which is this one, the one with that's feeding the picture-in-picture. As I switch camera views, it drops it. I believe there's a setting where you can leave it on in between transitions. Actually, I'll see if I can change that now. Let's go here. Nope. Surfaces, preferences, mapping. Nope. Where would it be? No, there was a setting somewhere. Let's see, is it here? Audio. No. Labels. No. It's not there. Where is it? Where is it? It's one of the first things that pop up when you start the control software. I don't want to shut it down because it might kill the stream. So don't want to do that. Okay, so let's see. So yeah, I can switch between camera angles. I can put on the picture-in-picture, which is kind of cool. And again, the downstream key stays over everything, and the upstream key disappears. So not quite sure why it's called upstream or downstream, still figuring out the lingo, but that is how it works. Okay, so now I'm going to hit off air.